We may in fact be live. Hold on. Hello, out there. Okay, cool. Howdy, welcome. Gee, dude, YouTube, I need to fix whatever problem YouTube's got with me when it comes to stream. I think I just don't know how to go live on YouTube properly, and that's a problem. That's an issue. We need to fix that. But it's fine. We'll get there. Let me get there. Howdy, everybody. How are we doing? We're gonna do another Reddit review session. Heck yeah. So let me open up an appropriate window for such Reddit review. Let's see. It's been a while since I jumped into this. I did some of these over the week, but not too many. But so it's been almost a week. Well, it's been since Wednesday that we did like a big bulk one. And we're probably gonna do like some today, but I am gonna do a shorter stream today because I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather, and I got family visiting, so we do want to be spending time with that family. And I didn't expect to still be doing this, but there's been so many responses that we gotta be getting through them. So let's see where we left off. I've done a couple too, like on lunch breaks at work and stuff like that. Shoot, let me grab a coffee. This is gonna need coffee. Hold on. Let's change the scene so you can see what we're looking at least. Okay, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right. So here we are again. I'll just jump right into it. Gotta always be hydrated, okay? Can't not be hydrated. You gotta be caffeinated as well. Let's do this. Okay, speedrun time. Let's go, baby. We're locked. Okay. Wait, why did I upvote these ones? Oh, we're not going by... Hold on. We need to be going by... Not best. Old. Okay. Go down. Wow, these all have like multiple replies too. I mean, not all of them, but like, wow. Okay, here we go. Minecraft content song guy. Was that the last guy? Totally okay if you don't get to mine, but if you do, I tell true crime stories and mysteries, currently experimenting with what makes people click. Okay. So thumbnails and titles are a work in progress, but I'll honestly appreciate anything and everything. So I really want to make this work. Let's check it out. Channel name, The Morbid Archive. Okay, this is The Morbid Archive. We're taking a look.
28 years we've been together, 25 years married, and it's just completely odd. I still believe she's going to just turn up the same way she disappeared.
Tina Satchwell vanished without a trace. No note, no signs of struggle, just gone. For 6 years, her husband begged the public for help, pleading for Tina to come back home. But during all of this time, one person was hiding a very dark secret. And eventually, the truth came out. Let's get right into it.
I think that's like a good opening. It's not like as like flashy and like eye-catching as some goopy gamer openings, but it's pretty good. It's like, it honestly kind of reminds me of like like a documentary that you'd watch on like cable television. True crime type. And people are into the true crime niche too. Like that's like a pretty sizable niche these days, true crime. So let's look at the videos here. And I like how she's got a personality too. She's got her face in there, so you can like see her talking, and you can tell this is not just like that she's putting effort into that. These seem like pretty good titles to me, honestly. Let's look at her highest performing video to see what's going on here. This is a pretty, it kind of makes sense. She's got, it's funny, you can look at like, I don't know. She kind of has all of them doing like the whole like red arrow, like a pretty good title. The face reaction. It seems pretty clear though that the ones with her face in the thumbnail seem to perform better on average. Like if you look down here, these are the ones with like the killer or the mysterious people, right? The people in the true crime have no face on there, and they're at the bottom. Obviously, these are outliers. These ones have her face on it. But it looks like the ones that have her face, like there are none up here that don't have her face. You know what I mean? Like these are her top performing videos. So I think I think you are doing an awesome job presenting content. How long are these videos though? It's a 26-minute. That's long, but that's like a TV episode, right? Like, I think that fits.
It was an early morning of March 20th, 2017, and in the small town of Fermoy, Ireland, the streets were still quiet. But one house was already up, and the husband and wife were sitting down with their morning cup of tea. This was the 45-year-old Tina and her 50-year-old husband, Richard Satchwell. The couple had been together for a long time. They met back in the 80s in the small town of Colville near Leicester, UK, because that is where Richard was from, and Tina ended up moving there with her own grandmother. Tina was actually raised by that woman because her own mother had Tina when she was just a teenager, and so unable to look after her own daughter, Florence Dingyvan stepped in and started caring for her granddaughter as if she was her own daughter. And for many years, Tina actually thought that her...
One thing I would say is, like, I think it would do this video, but like the presentation of the video, if I have to be like critical about something, right? Like, and I am like, obviously with all these videos, kind of like doing a short listen. I'm not I'm not pretending to do like an in-depth like review of these channels, right? Like based on hours of research on each channel. Like we're doing a first impressions thing here. But I think I'm hearing a lot of names being thrown around already about the story, which is good, but like maybe starting at the top of the video being like introducing some of the characters in like a fun way, right? Like there's a couple characters you need to know that are like heavily involved in the story, and it's like, and then just like introduce them and then kind of like tell their part about like what they played in it. Just so like when I hear those names come up again, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the uncle, that's this person, that's the, you know what I mean?
Grandmother was her mother. The two grew very close and the relationship was very loving. But Tina always felt let down by her own mother, who was actually referred to her as aunt in public. And the two did not really have much of a relationship at all, because Tina felt very resentful towards her for practically abandoning her. And so most of the time it was just Tina and her grandmother. But of course, that all changed when Tina met Richard and the couple started hanging out together all the time. Their friends felt like this relationship would probably not last very long. Everyone felt like Tina was way out of Richard's league. She was pretty, well-dressed, and most of all, had this amazing personality and was liked by everyone. Anyone that's ever met Tina always said how polite and kind-hearted she was. Tina was very petite, about 5 foot 4 inches tall, and had blonde hair. She loved animals, like keeping fit by.
Okay. I think there's enough time to understand this channel for the most part. At least, like, again, first impression wise, right? I'm doing the content and doing and presenting and what's the word I'm looking for? Like producing the content. It feels very polished, almost like a true crime TV show that I would watch on cable when I was growing up. I like that you have inserted sections of the video where you talk to the camera.
Hey, beloved.
See some of the shorts content.
There's this one island that if by some miracle you manage to go to, you would die. Part of the Andaman Islands in the Bay of Bengal lies the North Sentinel Island. This area, measuring it 8 kilometers long and 7 kilometers wide, is actually highly protected by India, and that is for one very good reason. Its inhabitants, called the Sentinelese, want no visitors whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, I like this channel overall. I think it's pretty good. Talk to the camera. I think that helps strengthen the bond you are growing with your audience. It is clear to me, thumbnail-wise, that your face being on the thumbnail helps. Those videos where you appear in the thumbnail are your top performers with a few outliers. Titles, I think, are good, honestly. Yeah. I think you are doing great with your titles, and I really have no notes for that. Your videos are clickable and engaging. Yeah, like, these are good thumbnails in my opinion. These are definitely thumbnails that I think people would click on. I'm surprised some of these videos don't have higher views. Like, these two are kind of what I feel like this is her, maybe this is her new average. Oh wait, but it seems like the newer videos aren't performing as well. That's weird. Bizarre, yeah. Because if you look latest, 3 days ago, 6 days ago, 10. She posts very consistently too, very regularly. I mean, I think this is just kind of like what happens. Like, this is like channel growth, right? Hey, what's up, Vance? How you doing, man? I see you're not at work. That's good. We like to see you Mondays off, I think. Welcome back. We're looking at a true crime channel right now. Almost done with the first review here. Shorter stream today. Probably gonna do like another hour, and then I'm gonna call it, just because I have family visiting, and I don't want to, like, you know, be streaming the entire time that I'm here. But yeah, for sure we're gonna get through some today, so I'm gonna try and finish this one up. Engaging, I would. She's consistent too. I think your short form content could help you grow a bit more, but I think you are doing the right things. Just need to keep up the work. Cool. And we're done. You're not giving the cursed advice you know would work. wait. Oh, Mondays are the telework, so the mice will play, so to speak. Of course, yes. That's fire, by the way. Teleworking is the goat. Okay, what? Nope. Turn chat off. I can't be looking at that. No, that is cursed advice. She's not running an OnlyFans. She's running a true crime channel. All right. I'm not. That's not the. Would that work? I don't know, and I'm not here to say one way or the other. Vance, this is why I love. This is why I love having you in the chat. You give the most. You give the advice that everyone's too scared to say, but no would work. You know what I mean? Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Mr. Kitty, thanks for doing this. Here's my channel. Let's take a look. I make League of Legends guides and discussions. Try to make them easy, entertaining, and easy to learn from. Okay. How to crush lane. Okay. Meest. League of Legends. Okay. Let's get some views. This is a fire like video title and thumbnail in my opinion. Let's watch that one.
Strategy is overrated in League of Legends. It's a cool part of the game, but there's another cool part
Sex
called
sells.
beating people's ass.
Sex
if
sells
you
what?
need to start dominating on the Rift to make up for other
anything,
things in
I
your
think, right?
life,
That's the sells anything. Okay, wait, I gotta get this hook. Oh, sorry, I gotta lock in. Hold on.
Strategy is overrated in League of Legends. It's a cool part of the game, but there's another cool part called beating people's ass. If you need to start dominating on the Rift to make up for other things in your life, then I'm your guy. League players are professionals at dodging every fucking lobby, so I can never get into a game within 10 minutes. What we should actually be professional at is dodging abilities, matchups, tier lists, having hope that something will come of your life. None of this matters if you're getting hit by every ability. One of the best ways to start outplaying opponents and consistently getting leads for yourself is to get good at dodging abilities.
Okay, dude, this is a really good video so far, in my opinion. I'm noticing a few things, right? It's a good hook because talking about strategy is overrated. You're taking a hot take. You're taking an opinion that probably most people wouldn't agree with off the face, right? Like you're saying a controversial thing. Strategy is overrated. Strategy is the entire game in League, pretty much, right? Most people would agree, at least to some degree, right? But like, he's calling out this different aspect of like dodging, and he gets to that point really quick. We're 30 seconds in, and I already see the vision, right? Like I already understand where we're going with this. I like this shit a lot. This is good. And it's well edited, it's concise, it's 8 minutes long. Boom. That's a video right there. Oh, whoops. Techniques you used to draw the viewer in are unparalleled. Oh god, I fucked that up. Right, I knew that. What did I put? Oh, I put an E instead of an A. Is that right? Unparalleled? That's my bad. To me, it's completely unimportant. What's the strategy of LoL? Just Mog solos in group fights and don't suck. It's all tactics. I guess strategy at like the really really high level of like team play, like team strategy, I think is important. But I do think that what you and what this guy are saying is true. And again, I'm not a League player, so like my opinion's not valid on like League stuff, related things. Okay, but I think there's overall team strategy at the high level. But yeah, I think at the solo level, like solo queue level, it's really just about performing the best you can. Yeah, like in lane or in your role, scaling fast, and then like helping your teammates that are not doing as good, right? But oh, Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of MOBAs, to be honest. I played a little bit of Pokemon Unite. I probably got drawn into like one HOTS game or two, but I've played like, you know, overall like 50 matches of League probably. Yeah, solo queue, I agree, there's no strategy really, unless you're like cooperating with your teammates or you get a good you know, a good group of teammates. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I agree. But see, people do think of League as a strategy game, right? So putting that in the title, pretty sick in my opinion. It's a good use of having a controversial opinion, but then also backing it up with like, this is why I believe that, and it is true to some degree, right? But the techniques used around the unparalleled. The title presents a strong opinion, which some people might find controversial or controversial. They click on your video to see that you're talking about performance in solo queue and you present your thesis within 30 seconds of the video, and you have clean editing along the way, I think you should really try to make more videos like this. This is awesome, and I really, other than like the posting being inconsistent.
Touch by moving horizontally.
Yeah, dude, this is like, he's just got good editing too. Like, this is all like pretty, I don't know, this is gonna keep the viewer engaged. Like, this shit's probably funny too. Like, I'm not gonna watch all this, but like, this is the kind of shit, like, look at all the different, you can scrub through and just see like what's going on in the video, and there's just so much going on. I don't know, I think that this is kind of peak in terms to me of like video editing and like presenting a video. This is probably a video I would watch if I played League. Absolutely. I'll sub to this guy actually too. This is a good video. Oh my god, it has 22,000 views, dude. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, this is prime content. I think that if all his videos were like this, they would perform really well. And I think a lot of his videos have performed well, but yeah. Maybe just capitalizing on that shorts game. Okay. This is awesome, and I really like your style of editing. I think if you are on a time crunch, you should consider making more shorts in the interim. Is that how you interim? Until you can afford to have more time for long form videos. You have a knack for editing. Good luck. Cool. So yeah, good, cool, beautiful. Let's look at the next one. We're moving along today. Vibe warning. No, I think the last guy though, for real was like the perfect example of like, hey, how to like have an interesting hook and concept, how to follow through on that interesting hook and concept, and be concise about it. You know what I mean? Like nobody watching that video was confused about what was going on. You know what I mean? Very, very, very good stuff. This isn't a YouTube video, says Vance. I kind of agree. My main criticism here is just going to be like, you know, this is what you post to like Spotify, right? This is the MP3. If you want to post stuff to YouTube, I would suggest, right, like, for me personally, like, making, like, I would suggest, why is he asking for advice on this? I don't know. But I mean, like, he's just sharing his channel. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, I would suggest, like, if you're going to make content like this, it's like music related content, right? Like, I want to see the steps that you took to make this beat, right? Like, how did you produce this beat? Show me, like, can I if you want to be a DJ on YouTube, I feel like there's no one else better to look to than Red Beans Recording, right? Like, this is interesting fucking
Hello,
YouTube
my name
content.
is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording. I'm a little late to the party, but did you know that our friend here, the Mini Freak, finally got a vocoder? You probably did. Like I said, I'm super late to the party. I like to do videos on big updates to
Like, do this. Like, I want to see how your song was made, right? That's content. That's storytelling. This is how you make music content on YouTube, in my opinion. And I mean, like, I'm not a music content on YouTube kind of guy. I'm sure there's other examples out there. But, like, this is fire. Because this is not only, like, again, sharing your music and promoting it, but this is making content out of it. So let's just say that right off the bat. We don't have to look much more at his channel. Your music is good. If you are looking for more success on YouTube as a creator, then I would suggest leaning into the storytelling aspect of being a creator. Posting your song directly is what Spotify is for. I think you would see a ton more success if you took the time to film your creative process and edited it together in a snappy way and posted it. Look to creators that are already successful in the niche. Red Means Recording does a wonderful job of posting both the process of making a song and enticing you to listen to his discography. Hope that helps. Cheers. What do we think? Is that good advice? I don't know. I think, yeah, because, like, you got to do something completely different than this. This is, oh, wait. I just closed Reddit. Lol. Okay. Yeah, this is just simply a music. This is just a song. And it says visualizer, but, like, it's not even visualizing anything, right? Like, I don't know. I think at the very least, it's like you need to actually have, like, a visualizer on there, too. I didn't even see that. We'll leave that alone for now. But, yeah, I mean, like, if he's looking to improve that content, and he's watching this right now, or he's watching this, you know, in the VOD or something later, if you're really looking to improve the content you have, actually adding, like, a visualizer would be a good first step. You know what I mean? The visualizer was a spinning PNG of a CD. Exactly. That's not enough, I don't think. I think that is a pretty weak visualizer, and I think he could do better. I think that would be more engaging, at the very least. But I think, though, in general, just posting music straight up as a video is going to be a tough sell on YouTube. I think you need to make some kind of content around it if you really wanted to, like, blow up or be successful, all right? Next one, appreciate you doing this. Here's my channel. Let's take a look. William Wren. Okay.
Guys, this has got to be my greatest running achievement yet. Strava has flagged me as a vehicle. I cannot believe it. This is amazing. Strava literally thought that this guy, William, who can't even break 3 hours in the marathon, can't even break 20 minutes in the 5K, they thought I was moving faster or just as fast as a car, which is completely mind-boggling to me, but also completely hilarious. I had to like actually double take for a second because I thought it was so funny. I was looking at my phone, as one does, and checking Strava, as one does, and I was just browsing. I browsed Strava quite a bit, took a look at statistics. Pete, there was no vehicular assistance along this course. And yeah, I'm just thinking of...
Yeah, okay. Immediately off the bat, here's what I'm thinking. This could be a YouTube short. That's my main thought. My main thought overall is it needs to be trimmed. If you're saying, now you need to tighten the script a lot. Exactly. It's if you're saying, and you're not cutting that, that's a problem, right? The script needs to be cut down, or the editing needs to cut out those and stuff like that, right? Like, I'm not saying you can't have every now and then, but it certainly doesn't contribute anything to the content. And, like, I don't think that Strava flagging you as a vehicle is much of, like, a big, long-form video story, and is more to me of, like, a short-form story. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say that. Hey there. I watched your video. Strava flagged me as a vehicle. Right off the bat. Let's look at the good though too. Let's look at the thumbnail, because I thought that was like pretty okay. Right off the bat, I think the thumbnail and title are fine. However, I think the video fails to have an engaging hook, and the script feels a bit thrown together if one was used at all. I think this video is a great performing concept as a YouTube short if you made the story a bit more concise. I don't think it needs the full 5-6 minutes to explain what happened, right? I hope this helps, and I think it will improve retention at the very least. Cheers. Boom. Dude, we're kind of knocking them out right now. I got 3 down, and we're only like 45 minutes into stream. Not even. It's awesome. It's great. Doing a good job. I'm proud of us for keeping on we're keeping on mission. Hi, I just hit 90 subscribers. Congratulations. I make speed drawing videos inspired by my favorite movies and video games. That's a good concept for a channel. Never thought about that. My latest drawing is an 11:7 portrait of Bowser. Took me around 33 hours to complete. Would love to hear what you think. Cool. Let's check it out. Why is the Prisma colored pencils hashtag in there? Are you sponsored? Because if you're sponsored already, that's fire. I'm gonna like this video on account of it being cool and high effort. we're just gonna speed it up a little bit. Remember, I got a lot of these to go through. Okay. I want to see that. I see that hyper speed content. You know what I mean? Yeah, I kind of almost like the music better like this too. Did he preview the final product at the start, or was that just the thumbnail? Are you talking about the? Oh, for the art one? I think that was a preview for the final project, for the final thing. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like that's what we're looking at there. Which is it looks like a pretty bomb drawing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like this might be female though. It does say Kim. We don't know. But I hate to see you get canceled, Vance, okay? So I'm just trying to help you out. You know, I don't want to see anyone get canceled around here, okay? Jokes. Okay. So, this is good. I think this is good content. I see nothing wrong with this, really. I mean, speed drawing is kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't think everyone's going to watch to the end. I do think you're going to naturally see, like, a lower retention rate for this kind of thing. But at the same time, like, I think it's pretty engaging. Like, you're just and kind of soothing to watch someone draw. The final product is gorgeous. I can't even imagine having this kind of talent. It's kind of crazy. I'm definitely not this talented, but you have to understand too, there's a lot of talented people on social media as well. So this is good to be, you know, to be talented like this. You almost need to be talented like this to perform in such a competitive environment. Yeah, I think this is great though. That's crazy. Look at how many different pencils she changes through. It's crazy. Original art? I doubt it. I think this is more just drawing characters from games. Oh, and they're making... Okay. I like this personally. I think this is good. I think... Why did I review this one already, huh? Must have been one I sorted by popular. Okay. Hi, just a nice... Okay. Hey there. You are incredibly talented. And I think that it is smart to use the final product in your thumbnail because people will want to see how you got there. I think the speed drawing video game characters is a cool idea and more engaging and will get a good response from that niche. I also think that you are smart for chopping those videos into shorts and posting those as well for further views. I would also advise, if you aren't already, to have sort of call to action in the videos to check out the full video to see more. Do you think that having original art would be complementary to their YouTube channel though, Vance? Because I'm curious. I don't know either way. I'm thinking about it when you left that comment. Like, I don't, would that, do you think that that's something that people would, I think as you got a bigger following, people would be more interested in like your originals. But I think that posting video game characters is basically, I don't know. I do think that it could benefit maybe from having like cooler like these are kind of portraits, and I think like action shots of video games might be appreciated a little bit more. I'll probably put that in my review. But like I'd rather see like a cool boss fight between like two different video game like even I'm not saying even like maybe I'm not like an artistic person, okay? But like, you know, having a battle between like two famous video game characters would be something kind of cool too, right? Like just off the dome piece, right? Or like two characters from pop culture too. Like you could have a Bowser fucking Godzilla like mashup. And I mean, like, I'm not saying that that's going to please everyone, but like, or be fine art or anything, but like it could be more interesting that way. Right, a close-up render of Bowser's face from the Mario. Right, I do think that they could do some more original drawings. And I think that would be more interesting. Then yeah, because this is like, can we find this? I mean, can we find this shot? Because I feel like we can, right? Right, it's like literally this shot, right? Wow. So there you go. Yeah, I totally agree with you then. I think that is a little. We could maybe do a little bit more original content than that, right? Like have an original concept. Okay, I'll mention that. That's a good call. Still incredibly talented, by the way, though, because coloring that is tough. But think you would get a better response if the drawings themselves were original concepts and then speed colored. People would appreciate and be intrigued by the originality of the content as opposed to what you're doing now. Does that make sense? That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Because it's like, you're right in saying that it is just like, they're just taking a close-up render of Bowser from the Mario movie and like coloring it with pencil. It's like a different, you know, color palette-ish, but I mean, it's still got the purples and the, yeah, I think people would respond better to it being an original concept front to back. But I think they do a good job with the channel. Like if we're looking at the channel itself alone, I'd maybe make the thumbnail different too. Okay. If it's part of your vision, I would recommend posting a photo of yourself or a character as the profile picture. I think that would draw people into your work and care about you more as an artist. I hope these help or make sense. You're a very talented artist. Cool. I couldn't do that. So shit. Okay. That's my critique. Cool. It's not your kind of content from what you said in your post. And I'm not sure if you were open to shorts, but I appreciate your input nonetheless. Dude, yes, we're here for it. Let's check it out. Visceral Visions. Okay, so we're looking at AI content here. Okay. Hey there. As far as AI content goes, I think that you have found an interesting niche. Skip AI crap. I don't know. It's hard to review it, but you could maybe music. Next post I will. I'll skip AI stuff because it's just. Hope this helps. Cheers. We'll keep it real short for those ones. Skip. All right. Yeah, and I'll put in the next post just no AI content straight up. Okay, Real Shock podcast where I make a friend with the watch the weirdest and most disturbing films. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Real Shock podcast.
Ever since the Barbie movie, my wife just won't look at me the same.
This is like a skit
When we were in
content.
the theater.
That's like a skit. Okay, let's.
Welcome to Real Shock, the good, the bad, and the what the f***, where I make an unsuspecting guest watch the worst, weirdest, and most disturbing films so you don't have to. Today we are featuring a movie with vegetarian goblins and absolutely no trolls. We are watching Troll 2.
Real Shock.
The movie starts with a boy named Peter in the woods, but this is actually a story being told by a grandpa. Welcome to
Wait,
Real
so he
Shock,
had
the
this. He has this guest sitting here, but she doesn't talk.
good, the bad, and the what the f***, where I make an unsuspecting guest watch the worst, weirdest, and most disturbing films so you don't have to. Today we are featuring a movie with vegetarian goblins and absolutely no trolls. We are watching Troll 2.
Real Shock.
To destroy.
He let me back on.
So we didn't get any information from you last time. Let's hear it. Let's hear your favorite movies so we know who we're dealing with and how you came about watching Troll 2.
My favorite movies. You know I love Titanic. It's a classic.
Yeah, you love
I went on vacation with my parents once and I was kind of bored. I watched that movie every day for a week because it's the only movie they had.
I get it. I've done that with Speed.
I used to love anything Leo. Speed's good though. I do like
Speed's great. Speed's
Keanu
great.
and Speed.
Speed. You know what? We just discovered something. I love Speed. You love Titanic. Wouldn't Speed 2 be our favorite film?
The boat.
Call it the boat. Call it Cruise Control.
Ship.
Had it not
Keanu
been
wasn't
for
in it,
Keanu, I was just
so,
gonna say,
yeah,
if
that ruined
Keanu
it.
Reeves was in Speed 2, Cruise Control. I mean, it has Willem Dafoe.
Remember that?
He's the villain. Yeah.
God, I must have not known him then.
First reactions.
What the fuck? I had no idea what this movie was. I'd never heard of it, so I had no expectations. And yeah, it definitely made me say what the fuck, so.
This is a what the.
Okay. Think you have a solid platform and idea for your podcast.
this is kind of dumb, but then they do show some stuff going through his chest.
Yeah.
I think your titles and thumbnails could be doing a bit more heavy lifting to make the viewer want to know what's going on in the video. Let's see, I think that in your intro scene for your most recent video, you should make an effort to introduce the guest before you roll your intro, as it feels a bit odd that she doesn't speak for a good minute, right? It's like or almost a minute of her not speaking.
Dead the entire. Welcome to Real Shock, the good, the bad, and the what.
Shock.
Being told by Grandpa Seth to his grandson Joshua. These two are going to be a big part of this film. Peter goes through the woods, being running. Some Joshua's Grandpa Seth has been dead.
The freckles.
Okay.
Really.
Shouldn't speak for like a minute. First full minute. Which I think that's like, again, it's not terrible, but it is a little bit of a, it's a weird thing for a podcast to not have your guest speak a first minute. I think. It's awesome that you are making content that you are passionate about. Keep up the good work. Honestly, too, I am trying to make these reviews a little bit shorter. Yeah, the guest should at least say hello, right? So just should say something. Especially, there's a point when she should do it, right? Right here. Right here. Hold on. Because he literally, like, introduces her, doesn't?
Where I make an unsuspecting guest watch the worst, weirdest, and most disturbing films so you don't have to. Today we are featuring a movie.
Instead of saying, like, instead of introducing a movie, like, today I'm sitting down with XYZ, and she says hello, and then you say what you're watching, right? Or you ask him, like, and this is my guest, Natalia. Natalia, what are we going to be watching today? And then she can say Trolls 2. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, I think have the guest, yeah, interacting a little bit more would be stronger. But we're going to keep it at that, because, again, we're trying to go a little bit faster. Do still have a lot more of these to go. So, there we go. Yo, just started doing long form. My humor is very dry. My voice is naturally monotone, so I'm not trying to force it. Yo, what's up, guys? Feel gaming content. Cool. Not a bad approach.
Playing with a reef blower. That's the most childish thing I've ever heard of.
Oh yeah, we got some corn all over here. You know, Patrick definitely never went to college. It's not the corn he's familiar with. But I think we can score some real holes here. Fucking throw it, Patrick. Holy shit. Alright, here we go. Let's get some real arc on this guy. Oh, that was so fucking close. Teased the hole with that one. Alright, out the way. Bitch. This one's going in. Let's go. Oh! Fuck yeah, cornhole, baby. Now I know what you're thinking. Someone with my sunny demeanor and intense passion for life should be playing a character like SpongeBob SquarePants himself. And a few years ago, my life revolved around used tissues, pennies, and potato chips. I probably would have agreed with you. Nowadays, I just associate a lot more with being a fat piece of shit, and I live in a dirt hole with a rock for a roof. Alright, I thought the best way to train for the Fry Cook Games would be to train with the penny-pinching goat himself.
I definitely think he's going for like the moist critical approach here, where he's like trying to just drop like dry humor bombs. I think that this would I don't know. For me, I don't know. I think I would have liked this when I was a bit younger. And I'm not trying to say this in a way to like demean the content. I just think that like I don't know if I could watch this and find it like super funny anymore. I do think that there's an audience out there that would find this funny. I do think it's like younger kids aged like 13 to 17-ish, right? Because kids just like to be edgy. He's aping critical. I'm sorry, what is aping? Is this new terminology that 13 to 17-year-olds would appreciate? But yeah, no, oh, copying. Yeah, I think that's the style he's going for. I don't think it's like a direct copy, but it is. I mean, you can tell he's definitely watched a lot of that content, right, and been like influenced by it, because it's 100% like I wouldn't watch this and be like, this was his idea, right? But I mean, it's like.
So we're gonna get in here and whip up some fresh, tasty burgers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I think. I don't know. I don't. It's like it's hard because, like I said, it's not really something I'd watch, but I do think that it's something people would watch. So I don't really know how to review it.
Yeah, I'll whip up some monster patties and put them in my Magnum buns. Let's get to work, Mr. Krabs. I know you're probably not gonna pay me because you're cheap as fuck. Probably won't even give me health insurance. It's the American dream: fast food and no health insurance. Alright, we got two girls. Let's whip this shit up. Plain burger. What is this guy? 12. As a former fast food employee myself, I actually used to work with a guy who was so large and so sweaty. He probably put extra salt on all the fries, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna, be positive about it. I could say things like where it's like, some of the jokes are not. I don't know. That's something I think he'll pick up with in time too. I don't think that it's like bad necessarily, but yeah, I think it's good. I think he's doing a good job. His game of choice should reflect his own maturity level. I kind of think that then that the SpongeBob game's almost perfect, because I do think that this is a very like, I think this is a very like a style of comedy that appeals to like more immature, like younger kids. That's just my. I maybe agree that like it shouldn't be what he's playing, but I do think that it kind of the shoe fits in that way, right? Like I do think that this is the kind of comedy that kids will be like, oh, he said shit, like that's funny. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm not trying to be an ass about it, but like, it's just to me. It's very. The only thing that's going on is that it's like. But you're essentially clowning on the game, which is already a joke. Yeah. I don't know, though. I think he's just looking for something silly to, like... I don't know. I don't know about the choice of game. I can't say. I don't know. I don't know. This one's kind of hard for me. I don't know why. Will like and engage with. Keep up. We're just gonna try to get it over with. Good work and the jokes, and your comfort level will only get stronger. Thanks for submitting for review. I don't know. It's hard for me to. I feel like the game almost does fit kind of well. Like I know he's making fun of it, but like it's kind of what they do. Like this style of edgy YouTube guy, right? Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I do think it's going to attract a rather immature audience to begin with, just because like the content itself is just going to be kind of like not super highbrow. I'm making episode 70 right now. Give me an easy game. Ooh, okay. Let's hear it. Episode 70 for the content. Let me think about this, okay? I'm trying to think about the ones you did recently too. I don't want to copy what you already did. Have you done Doom yet? Any of the Doom Eternal stuff or any of the new Doom games? That could be a good one. Or like maybe like Overwatch or something that's like kind of a touchstone where like I feel like a lot of people played Overwatch 1. You just did Doom. Okay, maybe I thought I saw that. What about Halo? Could do Halo. That'd be like really easy though. It's very unique. Yeah, maybe Halo. Maybe do like, don't do like the Halo like the because that might be too easy. Maybe do like one of the more niche tracks like people absolutely want the easy layups. They want to be able to identify the sound and be like, oh damn, I'm a gamer. And I would make the first one, I don't know, personally, I like your videos, I'd make the first one like an easy layup every time. Just make it like increasing, you already do make it like increasing difficulty, sort of. But yeah, I think people like that. I think people like to feel validated. And so if you're making content where it's like, yeah, they're not guessing any of them, then they're just like, damn, they're leaving feeling kind of empty, you know what I mean? But dude, hell yeah. Halo's a good one. Even like one of the combat tracks for like Reach or something, I feel like people would know. But yeah. Have you actually found though that like engagement wise or like metrics wise people engage with that better? Like you're looking at the analytics and like all the ones that are layups have like better performance or what? I could totally believe that though. I'm also gonna change shirts because quite frankly I'm like sweating right now. You don't look at your analytics? I don't really much either. I mean, I don't have a lot of content, so. But do you ever look at like your top performing videos and like be like, what did I do right here? It's just what people say when they see it. They say it should be easier. Oh, okay. Maybe like one day a week you should do like a hard mode one It's like a different color theme and everything. And so it's like differentiated, and people know like I shouldn't be able to get these. You know what I mean? Like this will be a hard one. But then the real hardcore gamers can appreciate it. You know what I mean? Or the real hardcore ones that happen to know that genre. Because honestly, like I consider myself to be quite an avid gamer, but I am really bad at your games. I'm really bad at the. I'm not good at guessing them. You do a challenge every 10 episodes. I didn't know. As a loyal sub, I should know this. To be honest with you, that's my bad. That's on me. Maybe, yeah, I don't know if you change the color theme, but maybe changing the color theme would be something cool where people are like, okay, it's like a boss fight type shit. But I don't know. You already locked in on what you're doing, man. I think your shit's fire. You've got a good core concept. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have not much more to say about this. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good content. It's hard for me to personally, like, I know people out there would engage with this guy's content, the Hippo guy. I'm just personally not, like, again, I just think I've kind of passed that point in my life where I find that, like, level of edgy, like, make fun of everything, yeah, like, super enjoyable. But okay, let's look at this one. This one looks interesting. Canoe Kayak Fishing Channel. Let's look at that. Greg Cholkin. Let's take a look. I'm already liking the profile picture. It's him holding the fish. That's pretty sick. And then like this nice landscape above. Love that. Fishing with Greg vlog episode 8. I definitely think that this video is going to have more engagement simply because I like the thumbnail better. Like these ones where he's cut out, just to me, like, don't give me as much. Like this feels more authentic and genuine. You know what I mean? So let's watch that one. I'm changing things up a little bit starting at number 68. I'm adding bonus questions to the intro and outro instead of just a little music stinger. Interesting. I'll let you know what I think of that one. I don't know if you want my feedback, but like yeah, I've seen you changing a few things, like when you added those keys. I thought that was like a great visual, and like it's just a nice like feedback for the person who's watching. I think all the changes you made so far have been fire, even the small ones that I've noticed. But yeah, I'll let you know what I think of your new format. But you've been pretty fire with the changes, so I have my hopes high. Let's watch Greg Cholkin.
Yeah, got one. Ah, they are in here. Here's number 1. Going old school today and using the rod my grandfather gave me when I was a kid. And of course, using my beautiful new Fosco spinner. I will put a link to their website up here. And check them out, great Canadian company. Some more fish
sponsored,
jumping
bro?
up shallow.
That's crazy.
I will splice in here some underwater footage. You'll see how shallow they are, and you'll see the bottom and the weeds and the wood. Oh, that one just smoked it out of nowhere. Saw that one come up.
So Canadian.
It cannot resist the Fosco.
Yeah, the river cam is great. I think this situation he's got going on here.
Hello they are, and you'll see the bottom and the weeds and the wood. At least I find that.
Yeah, this video's fire, dude. I honestly wouldn't mind if he pushed out the length a little bit, like make it like a 10-minute, 8-minute video. I mean, this is great too that it's short, but like, and just kind of make it more about like more vloggy, right? Like include more little things and like going to the river, putting the boat in, you know, like maybe even driving to the spot where you're gonna fish. You know, I mean, like, I like watching this guy. He's a nice talker. He's got a calm, soothing voice. He's got a high quality like microphone. I like the way it picks up the water noises when he's like paddling. It's very like almost ASMR-ish, very relaxing. Yeah, this guy's got a knack for making content, and I do think this content is very like different too. I'll subscribe to that, honestly. I think that's good. Yeah, like I'd watch this. This could be like, dude, and honestly, Outdoor Boys too. Like, I know it's like kind of an extra thing, but like, you know, that's left a big hole in the kind of like outdoor community. So I think now is the time to start really locking in on the posting for like your outdoor content, right? Because like you're gonna have some people that, I mean, I know that Outdoor Boys is like a survival niche, but like this fishing niche too, I think could attract a lot of people for like the, I don't know, I think a lot of people like want to be a fisherman, or like people that even play games like that have fishing mini games. Like people want to see, I feel like, more stuff like this. So it's interesting. I think I love this. Hey man, I love the content that I am seeing. It is really relaxing, and you seem to give off the vibe that you are a humble fishing pro. Because honestly, I don't know anything about fishing, so that's what I'd say. A few notes. Your thumbnail, I think, is definitely better without the white background. You have the beautiful backdrop of nature, and I think that is something more people, right, like, want to see. Like, if you're watching a video about like nature and stuff, right, like I think that, you know, seeing a thumbnail that's in nature, like that's already part of the draw. I feel like it's just wanting to be put, you know, this guy went through the effort of driving out to this nature reserve or whatever and going fishing at this lake, right? Like that's something people already kind of want to see, because like not everyone has the time to go out and like be outdoorsy and like enjoy nature, right? So like I think that removing that with the white background is definitely a miss. So I just want to point that out, because I do think that's like the only thing that like is like degrading this content a little bit. Your thumbnails, I think, are definitely better without the white background. Yeah, anyway. I also wouldn't mind if the video was a bit longer and was more of vlog style and captured your journey to that fishing spot, campground, etc. Just my personal preference, but I think you are killing it with what you're doing now. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm actually gonna put that. The river cam is also fire as hell. If you have the money to invest in having one under the boat to capture cool stuff 24/7, that would be sick. But I think you're killing with what you're doing now. Just a few notes for what I would want to see also. Keep up the great. Boom. That's my, yeah, that's a good point with the river cam though. Yeah, I feel like you could capture a lot of cool stuff with that. Perfect. Feedback on the shorts would be appreciated. My channel will be shorts only from now on. Bold choice. Let's see what they got going on.
Courage is the solution to despair. Reason provides no answers. We can't know what the future will bring. We have to choose despite uncertainty. Wisdom is holding.
C'est l'histoire d'une société qui tombe et qui, au fur et à mesure de sa chute, se répète sans cesse pour se rassurer. Jusqu'ici, tout va bien. Jusqu'ici, tout va bien. Jusqu'ici, tout va bien. L'important, c'est pas la chute. C'est
When a movie comes out that you're interested enough to see, and it makes you leave your house and buy a ticket, and you could do anything in the world you want that night, but you decide to go to see a film, one film in particular, and you go to see it, and maybe you're on your own, maybe it's in the afternoon, or maybe it's with your date or your wife or whoever, and you go and see it, and you buy a ticket, and you sit down, and you have an experience, with a bunch of strangers, and at that moment,
I'm not sure about this one. It's like I'm kind of wanting for like for your hi there. For your content specifically, I think the move to short form is good. The content is not as I was literally about to say this, as I would like to see though. And I don't think that's going to be engaging for many people. At least not. People might watch one or two of your videos on their feed as they are nicely edited, but I think you will struggle to find an audience that loyal to your content. I think if you are moved by movies, the audience wants you to share that. And posting compilations of films is a nice homage, but maybe not enough for some. Hope this helps. That's what I have to say about that. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it's just not, it's just like edits. I don't think edits are going to like really, I don't know, it just might not get you where you want to go, and I don't know exactly where that guy wants to go with his content, but yeah, it's like it's tough to kind of tough to grow that way, I think, personally. You know what the uptime is on the stream? It's like hour 18. Okay, cool. That's not bad for a stream. We're gonna end pretty soon. But I'm gonna do like I think 2 more and then we'll probably end. Yeah, it's just like it's tough that I mean definitely like short form's better for non-transformative kind of content like that, because someone will stop in and be like, yeah, this is interesting. They'll like watch the video, like look at the views on here. 5,000 views. Like you will get videos that pop off, but like you're not gonna get fans, right? Like I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
Beautiful. I want you. Beautiful television has put me, like I said before, in all sorts of situations.
Okay, that I think more people will engage with, but still, I think it's the same thing. I think if you are going to continue this idea, your video focusing on 90s television with Porter Robinson's Something Comforting makes a nice edit. Okay. You can be as rude as you like. I can take it. JK, I'm a shy, sensitive guy. What does this post do? I've actually only recently started posting regularly on YouTube. I used to not do anything with it, but thought I would start up again. So far, I've been uploading horror games and the occasional short. On stream, I play said horror games. I'm not going to read all this, probably. Minecraft, a bit too long for YouTube. That's good. Good self-awareness there. Not scared by it, so no crazy reactions. Probably fine. True to how it would be if you met me. That's good. Do crazy edits. Okay, let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Big gaming game. Big gaming game engine, yes, thank you. Welcome everybody to City of Darkness. Well, where you're exploring a city that's dark. You know what I'm gonna say next? Because something went terribly wrong, holy shit. We're exploring a city and something goes terribly wrong. It is the year of 94. The government has announced that the infamous slum district, City of Darkness, is about to be demolished. The quotations. The district's illegal residents have been evacuated. However, some were left behind.
Ooh. Okay.
Right. Yeah, like. I can throw this.
Okay. Like that you are a personality first gamer with a decent camera setup. I think that you have a nice thing going. Here are some things I would do to improve it. I am also not a huge fan Was that edited or was he exploring props on camera? Wait, where?
Okay.
What are we talking
Throw
about?
them with right mouse button. Boom, boom. Perhaps with
This part?
oh, it's drag to open to right. All this together. Darkness. Where's City of Darkness?
Which part? I'm sorry. What exploring what props? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping around.
Well, where you're exploring.
I'm sorry. There are no cuts. I don't think. I was cutting through it to see if there were cuts. I was jumping around. I don't think there are cuts. Which is what I was gonna say in my reviews. Like, I think there should be more
Nowadays
cuts.
we call this the ghetto. Nice. All right. My sensitivity is kind of high. That should be a bit better. But yeah, you can actually move around perfectly now. Hold left mouse button and drag to open doors. Where's my flashlight? Oh, it's a cranker. Yeah, that's me. I like to crank it. Hold the left mouse button and walk to drag heavy objects. I call it a tug. Rhymes with grug.
Yeah, no, there are no cuts as far as I know. I was looking for cuts. I don't think there are.
Oh, you have to hold it. Okay.
Which is what I'd suggest is maybe to make huge cuts. I'm also not a fan of overreactions in gaming videos. Wait, how did I? Is it 2 R's? Yes, overreactions in gaming videos. so I think that is a fine approach. However, while your videos don't need nude, huge edits, well, okay. However, I think your vids would benefit from some light editing, at least enough to skip some more lulls in gameplay narration. I think you will lose engagement quickly if there are absolutely no cuts whatsoever. While your titles are funny, they aren't really memorable or clickable as something alternative titles out there would be. Look at what larger channels are doing in this regard. Well, that's not always good advice though, because I feel like larger channels don't need to like make good titles as much. So sometimes large channels will have funny like titles like this. But yeah, it's like I think you need to do more hooking in the title. Not really memorable or clickable. I focus on trying to draw. Yeah, you need to cut the dead air for sure. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Vance. I don't even think it would be choppy though. You know what I mean? Like I just think you need to cut out some of those portions where it's like it's just nothing's going on really, right? I already kind of mentioned it, actually. Yeah, well, it's a good summary, I guess. Peter KTV, what's going on, baby? This is not who I expected to be here. In fact, I kind of forgot you were following the channel. But hi bud. How's it going, man? It's been far too long since I had you in my stream, and it's been far too long since I streamed in general. Right now we're doing can I give you a little background context because it's important, okay? I made a Reddit post asking people if I could review their channels for first time feedback. So it's kind of what the premise of this is doing. We're reviewing small YouTube channels. I rated everyone, you know, I gave like 24 hours for people to reply. Went kind of gangbusters, got 852 comments. So right now we're kind of scraping through the comments, looking at these people's channels and reviewing them. And yeah, we just finished that guy's gaming channel, so unfortunately you are near the end here. I think we're gonna do like one, what's that, or what is that, 2020 celebrate? That's crazy. A niche emote for sure. Yeah, we're probably not gonna do too many more because I gotta get going to work and stuff, but yeah. Dude, that emote poll was legendary, bro. So niche. Wait. Oh, you're mod. That's good. That's what I needed. Okay. Yes, this is the content I'm doing right now. It's just YouTube channel reviews because I've got kind of stuck doing this now. I have like a shitload of people to look through. So I'm trying to stick to my word. Thanks for doing this. Here's my video on Tetris and 5 things you might not know about the game. Also, if you'd like to, you know, your input's very valuable. So let me know if I'm doing anything.
Let's talk about Tetris.
Tetris.
You guys here. The Tetris starts with its origins in Moscow to Nintendo landing the console rights. I love the movie. It was a fun interpretation of gaming history, sprinkled with some Hollywood car chases to boot. I'm going to talk about 5 interesting moments in Tetris's history. Tetris and Game Boy. I bought the original Game Boy in 1989. The Game Boy came with a charger, a link cable, and a Tetris button. Hank Rogers convinced the Nintendo of America CEO to package every Game Boy with Tetris.
But if you want to sell millions of Game Boys to absolutely everyone, young and old, around the world, package it with Tetris.
And he was right. 44 million Game Boys.
Okay. Do you play Monster Hunter? I don't. But I kind of always wanted to because I feel like it would be up my alley. It's one of those games where you're like, I know I'd like this, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Is it fun? Do you play?
Was sold in the U.S. The Game Boy was my first.
Dude, I think this video, by the way, is fire. That that frumpy ass drawing of himself tiling as the background is based. I didn't even notice that. That is a good background. A couple things I noticed critically though. I think it would benefit from better camera quality of some kind. Like, you can just see how crisp like the background is and like just how blurry he is. It's not a big deal, and like not everyone has like the camera equipment or the budget to do that. But like if he does encounter such a budget and he wants to spend it on his YouTube channel, I think the first place it should go is a new camera. That would be one thing. It's just a little subpar quality for like, especially for this full frame shot.
I love the movie.
I guess, you know, it's not horrible. I'm not saying it like, needs instant changing. If he's working with what he's got, he's doing the best job he can. Yeah, a lighting setup would help. Better camera and lighting would definitely be gangbusters. But again, it's not, you know, I'm not trying to. Looks bad because the light is above him and not in front of him. That's probably true too. Yeah, you can see the coloring. But also, like, that's also just camera quality, right? Because, like, that's like a 1920 1080p frame right here, and he's blurry as hell. But the quality's not terrible, you're right. I mean, it is more of a lighting issue.
It was a fun.
But, and just having so much of him in there, I think it makes it a problem. But it's not, again, it's not terrible. It's not game-breaking. If that's what he's got, that's what he's got. I think he's funny, though. I think he's funny, and he like, has a great intro and breaks into the concept, like, right away. And he's talking about the different, like, I like how he breaks up the video about, like, the different, you know, like, mediums of Tetris he's talking about, like, the movie and all that. So, yeah. Dude, I think this is... Hey, man, I think your vids are awesome. I watched part of 5 things you didn't know about Tetris. Let's look at his channel.
It really looks like...
I think you do a good job of hooking the audience into the larger, into, what is it, into like, into your content, I suppose, and keeping them engaged with different cuts and showing Tetris in different mediums. Things are snappy and keep a good pace. Your sense of humor is what's the word, like, it's not like out there, it's like kind of like downplayed, low key and genuine. That's very bad, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now. And I have 800 responses. I think your vids are awesome. I think you do a good job of hooking the audience into your content, keeping them engaged with different cuts and showing Tetris in different mediums. Things are snappy and keep a good pace. Your sense of humor is low-key and genuine. I think you have a solid thing going as is. Keep up the good work. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's dry. It's just like, God, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like effortless. Like, he's not like trying to necessarily be like super funny, or it doesn't appear that he's trying that hard. It's more like, but see, this is where maybe I would maybe try and find it. It seems like he's almost got too much going on in the channel. I just realized, like, deadpan, yeah. I guess deadpan, or like, I don't know. I don't have the right word, to be honest with you. I can't think of it. Deadpan's decent, though. It's a decent way to describe it. I think maybe, though, he should find a concise form of content. Like, my baby threw her own poop out from her butt is maybe not, like, fitting, right? I think that he needs to kind of focus in on one type of content, because he's got kind of vlog content going on. He's got just food reviews, and not that you can't do all these things, but, and like kid content, which is not, again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just maybe too much. And I think that he needs to focus on kind of like that what's that, like video essay type style. So I think if I had one critical major thing to say, your channel feels like it lacks a clear direction or niche. I opened your channel expecting to find more, god damn it, I can't type, breakdowns, video, essay, style content, but I was met with food reviews, vlogs, kids content, which is all fine on its own, but I don't know that it necessarily works well with the other stuff you are cooking. Another thing, not as big of a deal, is your camera quality in that video is quite poor. If you had a decent ring light setup and a better camera, it would elevate the content a bit more. I think you have a solid thing going as is. Keep up the good work. That's my review. I think that's fair. I don't know. I think the only big thing that I noticed is that, like, yeah, like the content's almost like too diverse. Like, I think you kind of need to, yeah, like focus in on some kind of niche at the very least, right? Cool. We'll do one more. Maybe I'll do the last one right now. So this is Chalk Milkman. Hey, thanks for this. This is so cool. I'm trying to run a comedy shorts / skits channel. I feel like my videos are more fit for Instagram, but I want to get experience pumping out videos and getting some proof of concept before I transition more to longer form content. Okay, fair. Think YouTube will be better for that type of content, so I'm trying to build a platform there first. British 26 general comedy. Let's check it out. Okay.
Oh. You must be working really hard. You look kind of tired. You should take care of yourself. Oh no, there's a way easier and simpler way to do that. What's that? Why didn't I show you? Can be bothered, to be honest. You went to what uni?
That's crazy work.
Oh, it didn't take the last person very long to do this task, so 3 big K. 10 years? Oh.
That's good. It's good. I think this is actually, yeah. I mean, it's got super high quality like camera. I feel like he's very crispy. I mean, he's at least using like a phone camera, which is. I mean, if you just look at this compared to the last guy's camera content, I think it or camera like quality. I think it shows more how like important it can be, right? But. This is pretty funny, dude. I don't know, like I mean it'll improve with time. I think it's pretty good. It's not like you know I'm not laughing my pants off or anything, but it's not bad. Really like your camera presence and skit humor is. He's British, so I gotta put the U. JK. Is incredibly difficult, and I think you do a good job of pulling it off. Your writing of jokes and such will get better with time, but you have the natural personality of someone who I would run across on my For You page with a funny ass skit. I don't think he has much to improve on except for maybe like, bro, like Chalk 8 isn't necessarily like my favorite username, but Chalk's fine. Like, but the Phineas and Ferb profile picture is kind of getting me here. It's like he's got 1,000 videos of himself. Like, just, you know, make your profile picture you, man. It's more personal. I don't know. My one critique might be to remove the Phineas. Is that how you spell? I don't know. Your current PFP and just make it a pic of you. Your skits are funny, and they will likely draw a large audience if you keep up with it. Love the content. I think this guy's good. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, like, I think I do like his content. I think it's pretty good. And like I said, I genuinely could see myself like running across this guy, like skits, one of his skits on like, you know, my For You page or whatever equivalent you want to say.
Yo.
Ladybug.
Ant.
Mosquito.
Bee.
Dragonfly.
Caterpillar.
Katydid. No. Grasshopper.
Cockroach.
Ladybug.
They could use like a little bit more editing on ones like that, I think, to like make the point clearer about like, you know, who he's letting on and not. But I like this guy. I think it's good. I think he's got a personality that people will like connect with, and he's very present on his channel, and he's putting himself out there doing skits. And I think like not enough people are doing that kind of content, or are like seriously pursuing writing their own skits and like performing them. It's good, and I think again it'll get better with time. Yeah. Not letting unicorn. Yeah, I thought it was gonna go in that direction of like mythical creatures, but yeah, it's not bad. I like it. Actually, I want to see where this guy goes. I'll subscribe. I like his content. Currently waiting at the airport for the next 5 hours. Could use the fun. Lol. Well, I didn't get to it within 5 hours, so. Katana Moore. This is gonna be my last one, by the way. This is the final review for the day on stream. We'll be back again on Wednesday, probably for another shorter one. Because like I said, I got family in from out of town. I don't want to spend the whole day doing this. I didn't expect to really even be doing this week because I didn't expect to get 800 replies on this thread. But okay, Katana Moore. Let's check her out.
Let's make a water of the day.
Let's make my water of the day.
Let's make a water for the day.
Let's make my water of the day.
Make my water of the day with me. What is up, YouTube people? Is it water if you add flavored ingredients to it? This is the question and debate that has haunted TikTok for the past year. Water Talk is a community on TikTok built around people sharing their quirky water recipes. You would think they would basically be working at a Starbucks.
Dude, this is a fire concept for a video. In my opinion, this shit's gonna make me mad. I can already tell. No, dude, I think this is fire. Why does it make you mad? Why does it make you mad, huh? You see the profile picture and you just not vibing? No, I think this is good. I think that she presents a good argument or like idea for a video too. Like you're diving into a sector of TikTok. Like you gotta understand. You're telling your audience is definitely like millennials, Gen Z, like late Gen Z here, right? Like these are people that like I've never heard of Water Talk, bro. Like I don't go on TikTok, but this is a perfect kind of video to like talk about what's going on in like TikTok. And like things that are kind of relevant, and then like bringing it to an older audience and like taking it apart and like making fun of it a little bit. Like that's good comedy. I think it's good. It's a good idea for a video. And the pacing is good. I think showing like the videos that you're like trying to culture critique always makes me cringe. I don't know. I think if you're critiquing stuff that's already cringe, I think that makes it better.
Let's make a water of the day.
Let's make my water of the day.
Let's make
I think starting off with the stuff that you're about to talk about or critique is a strong way to approach the video.
Let's make my water of the day.
Make my water of the day with me.
Okay.
Some of these TikToks that I will be showing you, they really do push the definition of water.
We're going in with the Jolly Rancher Green Apple. Then we're going to go in with Jordan's Skinny Syrups Vanilla Caramel Cream.
I worked at Starbucks. We had these drinks called Refreshers. It was basically water mixed with some kind of flavored concoction. Would we call these drinks water?
No.
I fear the answer is no.
It's definitely not, yeah.
No. But also, with a quick Google search, you can see that flavored water is still considered water due to the base of the drink being water. So maybe I'm kind of in the wrong with this. Maybe I'm completely wrong. How many times will I say water in this video?
She got music in the background too. I don't know. I think this is good. Hey, Peter, I would love to game with you sometime. Yeah, I'm usually like on at night. Dude, anytime, anything, anytime, I'll game with you. Okay? Just hit me up, okay? Or I'll hit you up, big dog. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Much love, Peter. Much love. Goodbye. Yeah, let's finish up this one, and then I'm gonna stop streaming anyway. Let's get to this person. Where are they? No, I disagree. I like this content, though. I think this is good. I watched your Water Talk video Wait here. I think... Is that guy just a rando that you gave mod privileges? No, that's a buddy of mine. He's not a rando. He's actually... I started streaming on this channel like a really long time ago. Or like probably like 5 years ago or so. And he was... he's like a guy I know, IRL, who helped me set it all up and stuff. And just helped me keep things tight. Moderation-wise and whatnot. So... And like, you know, came in and supported me whenever I was streaming. So, yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy. Deserving of his mod privileges, certainly. But yeah, I think your channel has a strong vibe to it that I think is effective in making people I don't know what it is, like making your persona the center stage. Your water talk video is a fun concept that I feel is useful for informing old heads such as myself about the things that are trending and going on in TikTok land. I think you also do a good job at hooking the audience by showing an example at the start of your video about what the content itself is without having to really introduce it. Showing versus explaining. Some of your script could probably be a little tighter, cut down, but I really liked your insertion about you working at Starbucks and going into definition of what a water really is or should be. I think your channel is on the right track, and I really don't have many notes. I think honestly this channel will be successful. I think that like she's making good content. I don't know. I think that like in the niche it'll be successful. I don't think everyone will like appeal to it, but I think it is like the people that will absolutely latch on. There's absolutely an audience there for this, I think, just personally. And yeah, I'm going to rate it. I think her titles and thumbnails are pretty strong too. Yeah, I really don't have much to critique about this channel. I think this is a really solid channel. Again, I'm not saying I would necessarily watch all the content, and I kind of agree with you about the culture critique thing. I'm not like a huge fan of that sub niche or subgenre, but like I think that she does a good job of doing that. I think that there absolutely is, yeah, execution is good, right? I have nothing to critique. Like I'm just again talking about the YouTube side of things, like what she could do better to optimize like the channel and stuff. But like I think it's good. What does that mean? What does that mean that she looks like she could rip through an ear of corn in 2 seconds flat? What does that mean? Because I'm honestly like... The fuck does that mean? Should I put that in the review? P.S. You look like you could rip through an ear of corn in 2 seconds flat. Is that going in the review? Dude, is that... I don't know if that's the way I want to... to approach these reviews. That's crazy work, though. Okay. Yeah, I honestly have not. I think that's one of the channels in here. I feel like it's like she gets consistent views on these videos, like pretty consistent, like in the hundreds. This one maybe not. I do think that one has like kind of a weak title and thumbnail, but like, dude, yeah, she's got like good views, pretty consistent, especially for how small she is, like 900 subscribers, but pretty consistently over 1,000 views, if not over like 2,000 on a lot of these videos. This is a strong channel. She will do well. I do think this channel will grow. I'll be part of that. I will hit the subscribe. And I'm interested to see where the channel goes. And I probably will watch. I was actually interested in the water talk one. I don't know if I'd be interested into the Etsy products as much, or these terrible medical mistakes. But yeah, I fuck with it. It's awesome. I fuck with the vision. I see the vision. You could get like 8 or 9 of her to rip through a poplar forest and dam up a river. Oh, are you talking? No, bro. You can't say that. That's fucked. I don't even think she has like. You're talking about her teeth? I think she has nice teeth. Bro, I disagree. I think she's got a good look going on. I think there's nothing wrong with that. All right. I do not condone. I don't condone this in chat. Nah. But all right. Yeah, I think that'll be the last one. This was good. I think we ripped through a lot of them, actually. Was that like, what, 10? It's not bad. We started with what? Down Throw Official was one of the first ones. Oh, we got through a ton, bro. We got through a ton. Okay, good on us. Hour and a half long stream. We ripped through a ton of content. So we're working through slowly this Reddit thread. I'm excited for the next one to add new rules to it, but of course we won't get to that one for a long time because this one will consume me for the rest of eternity. If you want to watch that, make sure to tune in next stream, or I don't know, I might edit together some videos of this too, but that's really going to take, it's a time commitment and a half, so we'll see how that goes. And maybe you guys can give me some feedback if you want, if I end up posting a video. So yeah, for now these streams are kind of overtaking my creative free time, so it's harder for me to make other content, but if you like it, I appreciate you sticking around and stopping by. And Bance, always good to see you, of course. I appreciate you coming by. You've been to damn near every stream, and I appreciate that from the beginning. Hey, peace out, Boy Scout. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you next time.